I think the mimics, they're only super scary because the sound design when they pop up is really frightening. It really just gets you, you know, it's like high-pitched, this screeching noise. It's very, you know, I don't know. It's kind of freaky. Maybe I'm just a little bitch, I don't know. All right, so let's talk about Prey. I have a full review, full scripted, like better looking review coming up very shortly. I haven't been able to put it up just because Prey has been giving me a lot of issues, especially on the console version, which is what I'm playing. I'm playing through the Xbox One version of Prey. I've put maybe 35 hours total into it, but it wasn't until about the 28th, 29th, 30th hour that I started really running into technical hiccups. So first of all, I had a corrupted save file, which was fine because I save a lot in that game. I'm playing it through hard, and it's just hard. So Arkane Studios, the studio that made this, is really good about giving you a quick save option. So you just press start, quick save, and then you're good to go. Which I think that's probably the reason why this game is having save issues. I was reading that during launch day, PC saves were getting eaten up. They're being corrupted. There are a lot of game crashes. PS4 had the same issues. They also had some weird like input lag issue. So far on Xbox, after roughly 30 hours, I had no issues until last night. I went into a level and then it just would not load. It just would not load. And then sometimes I'd start the game, it wouldn't load. Sometimes I would try to load a save file, it just wouldn't go. So I think there's something wrong with the saving system, loading system. It's just buggy. It's really weird. It's weird that it's only happened now that I've gotten to the late game. So I don't know what else to say. But so far the game's been really good. You know, a lot of the scores out there have been 8s and 9s, which I definitely agree with. It's not perfect. It does remind me of more of a BioShock than say Dishonored, because it's quieter. Dishonored, it feels really good to run around and be stealthy and like stab people in the face, right? In this, you fight, you know, every once in a while. I've tried to actually avoid fights just because it's been kind of difficult and it's hard to aim guns for some reason because the enemies move really fast. Even the bigger guys, they can like teleport left and right and they can move very fast. The whole mimic thing where the little spider aliens, they can like turn into a chair or a cup or whatever. They'll pop out of nowhere and it legitimately freaks me out every time that happens. But you're supposed to like use the glue gun and slow them down with the glue, but they move around so fast and they jump so quickly and they're hard to see. It's just a mess. It's hard. Combat in that game, combat in Prey hasn't been the smoothest or the most satisfying, but I think that's kind of to be expected, which is fine. It's not terrible combat, but it's not like, you know, really great feeling as well. Speaking of the glue gun, however, that's been a really, really cool weapon. It's not only just an interesting weapon, it's a really cool gameplay mechanic. It's just straight up, it's a mechanic. Not only can you freeze stuff and then break it, you can use the glue gun to create platforms, so you can sort of reach places that you're not able to usually reach just by running or jumping, which is really awesome, I think. You can use it to cross electrical fields, you can use it to climb walls. It's really neat, and obviously you can use it to freeze and sort of cover enemies and just glue, and it's crazy. What else? The writing is really strong, you know, and so I'm actually 35 hours into the game, and I usually don't spend that much time with a single player, you know, kind of shooter, but one of the strongest points in this game is its environmental storytelling. The cool thing about that is there's a lot of emails and audio logs and just interesting things to look at and find. And it really draws you in and it really pulls you into the exploration. And Talos 1, the space station that players are playing through, is huge, and it's not open world. It does have very large sections that are multiple stories. So you have a basement, there's floor 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes up. And they're huge, huge, huge floors. You can spend hours in just one level, and which is really cool. And you find all these nooks and crannies to kind of look through, and you read all these emails and hear all these audio logs, and they're funny and they're goofy, but they can also be serious as well. You know, like I came across One where they were experimenting and creating the glue gun. These scientists, these engineers were creating the glue gun, and they were testing it, and they were making a glue like snowman. They called it Mr. McGlue or something like that. It was pretty funny. And then you can go down the line, and later on you find other emails that kind of refer to the first email, and they ended up debating over email, these scientists that you don't ever interact with, you don't ever see, they're most likely dead, but they're talking about giving this glue snowman a name, and then one of them's like, this has got to be serious, guys, and the other one, they're just all arguing it, and it gives it a very human feel. Like there were actual people here working, living. It's really interesting in that way. And the game is actually very atmospheric as well. So that's another thing. It's quiet. You don't fight a lot, but it's really nice to look at. Even though technically it's not super impressive, it doesn't look like the greatest. It doesn't look like Horizon Zero Dawn or or Gears, it doesn't look like that. It's not huge and open world and like a technical achievement that's like The Witcher 3, greatest game of all time, or like Grand Theft Auto 5 or anything like that. It's just, the art style is really strong and the sound design is really great as well. I think the mimics, the ones that can like turn into chairs and fucking cups and shit, like they're only super scary because the sound design when they pop up is really frightening. It really just gets you, it's like high-pitched, this screeching noise. It's very, I don't know. It's kind of freaky. Maybe I'm just a little bitch, I don't know. But yeah, that's Prey for you. I really like it so far. I wish Bethesda and Arkane fix the console version soon. It's just not cool, and I'll put some footage in here of me trying to play the game, and then I'll show you load crash, basically. But yeah, that's pretty much, those are my thoughts. I'm not done with the game yet. Stick to the channel. Make sure to subscribe to Be a Byte on YouTube right here to get the full review. If you guys want to check out some other reviews, we have them up as well. Let us know in the comments what you think about Prey, and have you been getting a lot of these weird game bugs, and what PlayStation or Xbox One or PC, what system are you playing it on? I'm playing it on Xbox One, and just not, it was going really good until it's not going good anymore. But until then, see you guys.